Hello! Today is Saturday, May 26th, and we're going to talk about our book today. And the book is called Be Here Now. And what it's all about is mindfulness. We want to be mindful of what we're doing, especially this weekend. It's a holiday weekend. We're going to tend to go to barbecues. We're going to think that we have to eat everything in sight. We just got to be mindful. There's two kinds of mindful. There's M-I-N-D-F-U-L, which is we're going to be mindful of what we're doing, or M-I-N-D-F-U-L-L. We don't want to be that. We don't want to be full. We don't want to be hungry, but we want to be mindful of what we're eating, and we don't be overindulgent on anything. I'll start off with my weight loss, because I did have a loss this week. I did have a loss this week. I lost 1.3, which brings me down to 236.2, and it's at 68 pounds. So I still got to lose 0.7 to get back to where I was. But look, I got 3 stars out of 4. That was a bad week. We won't look at that week. Don't look at that week. Don't look at that week. I'm only 0.7 away from where I was at my most loss, which was 68.7. I know I can't set goals for myself. I know I shouldn't do it. I know it. But I'm going to set a personal goal of 2 pounds this week, which means I'm going to have a very superior weekend. The weekends are when I usually lose it. I did take heart for everything. Everybody was telling me that I don't eat enough on Fridays, and that could be the reason I'm binging on Saturday. So I ate 21 points yesterday out of my 24. And I went to my meeting today, and I wasn't hungry when I came out. And I'm not really hungry right now. It's probably 11 o'clock. And I know I don't eat till 1, so that's not too bad. But on Saturdays, I always went crazy because I didn't eat properly. But right now, I'm going to be here. I'm going to be here now in the moment. Our leader wasn't here today. We had a substitute leader, which I do like. Her name is Sue. She's funny. I like her. So she was trying to go over the meeting a little bit, but we didn't really go over the book too much. We talked about different products and things that you can get. So let's do it. It's called To Embrace Mindfulness. It says here, it might sound woo-hoo-hoo and new agey, but mindfulness is simply being aware of your thoughts, feelings, and sensations right in this present moment without feeling them, judging them as being bad or even as good. You know, just know what's going on with your feelings. And you have to remember that one of the main things that everybody has in their life in one form or another is stress. And what you want to do is you want to ease your stress, and that's just one way to be mindful of things that are going on in your life. If you ease your stress, which a lot of times I know it's really hard to do, some things you just really got to work at in life, and I think easing stress is just one of those things that you really have to work at. But if you can enhance it, it's very good for your well-being and your life satisfaction. That's a no-brainer. Everybody knows that. That just makes sense. And there's practices that you can use to reduce your stress, and it's beneficial for you too. It's beneficial for your journey and just for your whole success in the whole long run of things. So what you want to do is you want to practice awareness, because then it can improve your attention. It can keep your goals on your top of your mind, and it can make you notice how the choices that you're making are affecting your progress. I realize now, and I'm very mindful of the fact that I used to just go crazy on the weekends and then think, well, you know what, I blew it. I might as well just, I'll wait till next week. I always started a diet on a Monday. I would like to go on a Monday morning, because I think if I wait on a Monday morning, I would do better on the weekends. But let's face it, I would still do bad Tuesday and Wednesday and think I have the 5 days ahead of me. What you have to be is aware of 7 days a week. It's just not 5 days a week, it's 7 days a week. And I think the more I'm wrapping my mind around that, I'm doing a lot better. Before, like I said, I would start a diet on a Monday, and if I blew it on a Thursday or a Friday, I'd say, you know what, I'm just going to wait till Monday. And then I did so much damage those last 3 or 4 days. I do a lot of damage on the weekends, and then I have to make up for it for the next 5 days. I'm trying to break that pattern. It's a hard pattern to break, but I'm determined that I'm going to break that pattern. it's a daily struggle for me. But now I do know that if I mess up on one day, I'm right back on track. I have to get the same mindset that I have Monday through Friday. I have no problems staying on my plan, not in the least. I just know I'm going to get up and go for my walk. I'm going to watch what I'm eating. But my mindset on the weekends, I'm really, 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 really working on that. And I'm gonna do better. I really am. I know that. I've already planned out my meals. I think it worked for me yesterday. I planned out my whole day meals. And I wrote them down before I even ate so that I knew what I was going to eat, and it was all written down, and it was easier for me to keep track of what I was going to do. Also, if you make some progress, maybe not necessarily weight-wise, even though I gained the 2 pounds last week when I was switching over my clothes from the winter to the summer. Now, I know that this shirt probably is a little too big, but because of the shoulders coming down and that. I have favorite shirts, and they're hard to part with. They're like best friends that you just don't want to lose. And I know a lot of my clothes are too big. My shorts for sure were too big. They really were. And I know I should go get some smaller size shorts. But they're not falling off of me too big, but they're big. I want to buy my final wardrobe. I keep things forever and ever. But as things get too big, I do get them out of the house. So the shorts I have on are they're a little big. I can't put anything in my pockets because then that drags my pants down. So now I know I can't put anything in my pockets. But, and unfortunately, even though it's summer, they already have Halloween stuff up. Oh my gosh, we went to Hobby Lobby, Denise and I, yesterday, and they have Halloween stuff up. And I really think I've kind of missed my opportunity, that window of opportunity to buy my summer clothes, because they're already starting to bring in the fall clothes. And unless I go online and buy them, but whatever. But if you keep track of your progress, it's going to boost your self-esteem. And it's going to make you more likely to pick up a healthier habit. And I find that to be so much truth to that statement, because I just feel so much better. And I know I look so much better. I've told you in the past that I never looked in the mirror. I always looked in the mirror in the morning to brush my hair, and that was it. And I never looked in the mirror again during the day. And I always prided myself on the fact that I did it because I wasn't vain. I wasn't worried about what I looked like. But the truth of the matter was, I just didn't want to see what I was seeing. And that was someone that was heavy. I took very few pictures of myself. So I'm always amazed when I watch other people's channels and they have pictures of, like Kim from Fit and Fabulous Mamas is always showing pictures of herself. I don't have those because I didn't take pictures of myself. And it was because I was overweight. I didn't want to face the fact then, but I'm facing the fact now that was the reason I didn't take my pictures. So I'm making a point of getting more pictures of myself now so that I can remember. But I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't take bigger pictures. I do have some, and some of them I look at them and I really don't see that much of a difference. And then when I show them to people, they go, oh my gosh, how can you not see the difference? But you know, you never see yourself as other people really see you. And sometimes that's good, but sometimes that's bad. For the most part, I think it's bad. I think that you should have one day a year, at least one day a year, that you're out of your body and you're seeing yourself as who you really are, so you can see what you like about yourself and what you need to improve about yourself. Because, you know, we all need something that we need to improve about ourselves. And I'm no exception to that rule. Wait a minute. Let me polish my halo a little bit. No, I am no exception to that rule. I have my faults. I know it. I'm very critical. But I do it, I think, in a nice way. But then how can somebody be criticizing you and say I'm doing it because I'm being nice? In my mind, I think it is. But one way to become more mindful is through meditation and breathing exercises. And if you take just like 2 minutes a day to breathe, just to take a minute and go, and be aware of your breath. Now, everybody says, oh, I'm so busy, I can't spare. 2 minutes. I mean, and 2 minutes is really a long time. I remember a long time ago, I watched a Perry Mason episode, and someone said, oh, I saw the witness. And she says, well, how long did you look at him? She says, I looked at him for a full minute. And so then Perry Mason said, okay, and then they looked up at the clock and they said, look at me for a full minute and don't take your eyes off of me until I tell you. Well, did you ever do that? A full minute is a long time. Somebody says, I'll be with you in a minute. That doesn't seem like it's going to be that, that long, and it goes by pretty quick. But when you're very much aware of that 1 minute, it's a long time. And that 1 minute can make a difference in a lot of decisions that you make. If you just stop for 1 minute to say, do I really want that cookie? And look at the timer, or set your phone timer for 1 minute. And you'll know after 1 minute, do you really want that sweet or whatever it is? But some things that you need to do is to try to have a quiet time first thing in the morning. When you get up, I have my quiet time in the morning and I say a couple prayers to pray for people. I have a prayer list in my mind, and I just take that time just between me and God. That's just our time, and I have the time for him. Sometimes it's longer than a minute. Sometimes it's like a little while, but he always listens. I find that he always listens. Try noticing the beginning of your breath and then the end of the breath. A lot of times you just take breathing for granted. You don't really think about it until like you're short of breath, or I have panic attacks, and so that when you're like gasping for breath, then you're aware of your breath. Also, if you track is a mindful behavior. So what you want to do is track everything you eat. I write down just about everything I eat. You don't have to write down everything you eat, but you just have to be aware of everything. So what you need to do for the breathing is, first you want to sit in a comfortable position. Then you want to tune your body. You want to notice how it feels in the chair or wherever you're sitting. You want to focus on your breath. Just be mindful of your breathing. Notice if your mind wanders. My mind wanders all the time. But you have to focus. And continue to breathe mindfully for 2 minutes. And then you'll see how you're doing. Okay, the Think Again page is, the unhelpful thought is, every time I try to practice mindful breathing, my mind wanders. It's a waste of time. But the helpful thought is, it's normal for my mind to wander while practicing mindful breathing, and it's not a waste of time. The fact that I noticed it shows that I'm being mindful. The unhelpful thought is, my life is too busy and stressful to spend time just trying to be mindful. But the helpful thought is, yeah, life can be busy and stressful at times, but I can always find a couple of minutes for myself to focus on my breathing. It'll help me clear my mind, and it'll help me deal with some of my stress. Everybody has stress in life. I told you that. So we just have to just be mindful of it is all. Grilled sirloin steak with balsamic mustard glaze. I don't know about that one. But you're more than welcome to try it. So what we want to do is we want to be here now. We want to be here in the moment. Life goes by so fast. It just goes by in the blink of an eye. And before you know it, like I've said this before, last month I was 20. In September I'm going to be 68. It's just, it goes by so fast. And if you don't appreciate your life, it's just, I know I'm probably in the winter of my life, but I refuse to believe that. I still consider myself in the autumn of my life. And I'm going to do whatever I can to stay here for as long as I can. And I'm going to be mindful of my eating. I'm going to be mindful of my stress. I'm going to be mindful of everything that's going on around me. And I'm going to do better every day. That's all you can do. Is if you're mindful of decisions that you're making, you're going to be better off in the long run. And it'll alleviate your stress, and you'll feel so much better. So remember this, and then next week I'm telling you, I'm hoping to get a 2-pound loss so I can get my 70-pound stick, not a 70-pound charm, but I'll get our group still hands out 5-pound charm, or 5-pound buttons, or stars, or whatever. So anyway, I will see you next Saturday. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, comment, share if you think it'll help somebody, and hit that like button. So I will see you guys next Saturday or on my daily vlog. I'm curious if this helped anybody last week when they did if you're an online member, does this help you get the weekly topic books, or is it just, nothing? Let me know in the comments. Thank you.